Okay, so last night you should have watched a video over histograms. And so today we're going to practice it with our March Madness histograms. So get out your video notes from last night and put it on your desk to help you with labeling the intervals. So here we have a histogram, and it's about the NCAA Division I men's basketball career scoring leaders. And it says to use the above histogram to answer question 1 through 5. So number 1 says, how many places are listed as a scoring leader? So for this, we would look at our frequency right here. We would look at our frequency to see how many are recorded, because in this interval right here, we can see that we have a total of 14. Okay, in this interval here, it stretches all the way to that 8, so there's a total of 8. And then in this one, we can see 2 and then 1. So to find this, we would add all these numbers together. 14, 8, 2, 1. 8 plus 4 is 12, plus 2 is 14, plus 1 is 15. So a total of 25. Okay, so number 2 now says, how many players scored 32 points or less? So we need to find 32 points on here. Sorry, I said 32, 3,200. So here is 3,200. So it's or less, though, or less. So that means that we're looking at from this point here, okay, for 32,000 or less. So that means that it includes this interval and it includes this interval. So that means we would be adding 14 plus 8. Again, 8 plus 4, 12, carry your 1, and 1 plus 1 is 2. So our answer is 22. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and finish the rest of the questions on this on your own. And then, so hold off on those real quick, though, and turn to the back. And I'm going to get you started on the back. Okay, so it says, here are the number of points scored in the championship game by the winning team in the NCAA tournament since 1933. And this was, it's not updated to 2020. So, but what is the range of the points scored? So remember, range is your greatest number minus your least number. Okay. So we could go ahead and see any nines. So nothing's in the 90s, but I do see this 89 right here. So that would be the greatest number. And then the 53, that would be the least number. So you're going to subtract those to get your range whenever you do this on your own. So let's go to the next one. Complete the table to answer questions 7 through 11. What is the frequency for the interval of 51 through 60? So to answer these questions, we're going to have to do tally. So I would just go in order. So 77, cross it out and place it. It belongs right here. 76, 89, 76, 84, 78, 77, 89, 82, 64, 81 and 82 is in the same interval. 75, 73, 84, 75, 89, 61, 53, 67, 82. Awesome. Okay, so then frequency is us adding up our tally marks. So there's 1 in this interval. There's 3 tally marks in this interval. 8 tally marks in this interval. 9 tally marks in this interval. And 0 tally marks in this interval. Okay. So what is the frequency in interval 51 through 60? So you're going to come and look at your frequency over here and see that there is 1. So you can complete number 8. What is the frequency in interval 61 through 70? Okay, you should have gotten 3. Okay, so here it says to make your own histogram, and don't forget to include the title and labels. So for our labels, remember this side over here is frequency, and notice I kind of back it up a little bit so that I can write my numbers still. And then down here, we're talking about, if we look at our graph, we're talking about points scored in a championship game. So for our title, So for our title, it could be points scored. In championship game. And then down here, what are we talking about? We're talking about number of points scored. Okay, so for our intervals, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And remember, they have to be the same width and they have to touch. So we want to be mindful of that. Frequency here doesn't go above 10. So I would say let's label our side 1 through 10. Okay, I can't fit that. So, just kidding. Let's do by 2s. 2. Okay. Okay, so then first frequency is our intervals from 51 to 60. So here, second interval is from 61 to 70. '71 to 80. '81 to 90. And then 91 to 100. Okay, so we didn't use all the space, but that's okay. So 51 to 60 was 1. So here I'm going to draw. I'm going to go in between the numbers and color it in. Okay, and then 61 to 70 is 3. So that's in between the 2 and 4 right there. So I'm going to go up in between the 2 and the 4 and go again in between the numbers. Again, on a histogram, your intervals touch, and they should be the same width. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and finish this chart on your own and answer the rest of the questions on the table. Sorry, not on the table, on the paper.